Okay, to begin the festivities and the commemoration, we're going to have a very short blessing by Reverend Kawahatsu of the Konko Church of San Francisco. He'll be accompanied by Mark Izu from First Voice. Please begin. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Our Konko ritual, before ceremony start, we clap hand 4 times. This is a represent of the working together. Right hand represent of the universe, or God, or Kami, or Buddha. Or left hand represent yourself. Come together, or parent, children, wife, husband, or mayors, and city people. So all should work together. So let's clap hand 4 times together, or just clap, if you don't want it, put hand together and focus. Let's clap hand 4 times together. Thank you. Let us pray. Bow head. Japantown JCBD celebration service. Dear divine parents of the universe, parents God, Heavenly Father, earthly mother, we have all gathered here in the Japantown Peace Plaza, overlooking the beautiful Peace Pagoda to have the official public signing of the JCBD, better known as the Japantown Community Benefit District. We are blessed to be joined by the Honorable Mayor Edward Lee, our district representative, President Supervisor London Breed, property owners, residents, business representatives, business owners, and civic leaders. The JCBD was envisioned and guided by JTF Executive Director Bob Hamaguchi. We owe so much to him for his hard work and dedication. Please allow us to honor his work and commit to continuing his legacy of the JCBD by all working together peacefully, harmoniously, and with respectful cooperation. We pray that the JCBD will provide safer and cleaner streets, beautification of the public space, economic vitality, hospitality to all who visit, the cultural preservation. May the JCBD also provide increased communication and support within our own community, within our city, our state, and the world. Please continue to keep our spirits strong and cheerful as we work together to accomplish our important tasks. Please help us to continue to hand down our valuable culture and heart of Kokoro to our future generation so that they will be able to respect and nurture this special community. As there are only 3 Japantowns still left, we will try our utmost to preserve and never forget our pioneer pioneers who worked so hard to build up this special community. Let us continue to receive their wisdom and positive encouragement with a grateful heart and promise that their legacy will not fade away or be forgotten. Now I would like to pray for let us take care of ourselves. Let us take care of others. Let us take care of Mother Earth. Let us express thank you. ありがとうございます。1,000 times a day. ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Now, purification rite. I purify 4 directions, front, right, left, everywhere else. So, when I receive the purification rite, please purify all past any negative feelings, any energies. Please renew yourself from now with hope and peace, happiness forever. Oh, now I take this opportunity. I like to give the my artwork. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Take care of our Mother Nature. To express ありがとうございます. Thank you. 10,000 times a day to the mayor in London. To end, let us clap hands 4 times together again. Thank you. Recession.
Thank you, Reverend Kawahatsu and Mark Izu. Now that our community is blessed and the Peace Plaza is blessed, I would like to mention that we have some very important guests here today. From Rec and Park Department, Operations Director Dennis Kern, if you can stand. We also have Commissioner Alan Lowe here today with us. Commissioner of Human Services Agency is Mr. George Yamasaki. We have Dr. Emily Marase. She's the Executive Director of the Commission Status of Women and also our elected member of the Board of Education. And then we have our Fire Commissioner, Mr. Commissioner Steve Nakajo. We have a lot of youth in this community, and we wanted to represent our youth very strongly. So we've asked the Nihonmachi Little Friends to come out and sing one song, actually 2 songs, for our mayor and the supervisor. Here they come. as they're getting ready to sing for us, I just want to mention that they're the first legacy business in Japantown, so they have a lot to be proud of. They just opened a new building up, and they have many students there, and then with the new building, they'll be able to take even more students. This is one of the many classes. Another round of applause for Nihonmachi Little Friends. My son and daughter went to their school, and they are now currently 24 and 27 years old and doing very well. So we owe a lot to Nihonmachi Little Friends. Thank you. Okay, I would now like to welcome the 43rd Mayor of the County of San Francisco up to the microphone to say a few words. Mayor Ed Lee.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to our beautiful Japantown, as well as of course, our Peace Plaza. And I'm really glad to be here with all of you on this very unmarked Twain-like day in San Francisco. I know we're here to sign this very historic legislation, creating what I think this community has been working on for over a decade. But before we do that, let me take the opportunity and the privilege to thank my good friend Bob Hamaguchi and to ask that you join me in a moment of silence in remembrance of his dedication, certainly his work, his leadership, and something that I feel is important that we do on this day when we really bless a great amount of his work that we're about to begin. So please join me in this moment of silence. Thank you. I know that Bob was the executive director of the Japantown Task Force, and that task force has worked really hard for this day, but he also was one of the great leaders in creating the cultural heritage and economic sustainability strategy for this community. That led to this Japantown Community Benefits discussion, and I know Supervisor London Breed and I feel that as we go through all the other communities, we know there's a special ring to Japantown. It's one of 3 that exists in the United States. I happen to know that this is the best one. Not only is it bigger, it's more vital. It honors the connection to those that have been here for many years as early immigrants. It tells in many ways the story of the early hardships, the early successes, but more than ever, it is connecting up the current and future of our Japantown Asian community. And that's what's important with this community benefits district. So I want to make sure you know that we're going to be making more investments alongside the additional resources that this community benefits district offers. I know there are other community benefit leaders from Union Square and other places here to also add additional honor for the entire city, because we know this has been a special place for many people. When I was in my youth, I used to be dunked in a water tank just across the way here as an effort to me and David Ishida and other younger participants had our moments with all these wonderful fairs in the early years that we signal. I think Noguchi was there as well. He was getting dunked as well. And now that we're in different positions, whether it's federal government, whether it's with our Moscone Tourism and Convention Bureau, or as mayor, I always will be thankful to all of the leaders in their commission capacities, in their department head capacities, in their community nonprofit capacities that Japantown is so enrichly has to make sure that our community gets the support it needs. This project began technically in August of 2015, but I know it's been going on for over 10 years. That CBD idea was born that long ago, and that's why it's so important today. This will offer a stable level of resources so that public places like this plaza can be unique in a world-class city, continue its attraction, make sure that it immediately gets rid of graffiti, more cleanliness. And I want to take the opportunity to thank Mohammed and DPW, our Office of Economic and Workforce Development, our Rec and Park Department, as well as our Visitors Bureau that keeps making sure that all the things are done so that Japantown continues to be an international place, a place where young people like the little Nihonmachis that grow up, but also that they are welcoming to the whole world, because we have many stories to share from Japantown. I want to especially take the opportunity to thank the members of the Japantown Community Benefit Steering Committee. And I want to take this opportunity to say them by name, because I know that they spent hundreds of hours of their lives in so many meetings. When I was the city administrator, I attended a few of those meetings. They last a long time. And they've had the benefit of including so many voices, so many viewpoints to get to today. And let me begin by saying Sim Saiki is one of those. Thank you, Sim. Robert Sakai, Lisa Vogel, Eric Moulton, Craig Waterman, Bo Simon, Kim Kobe, Mary Ishisaki, and Ryan Kimura. Let's give them all a hand. Many, many hours of sacrifice. Your work and your vision help to ensure that Japantown will always retain its cultural identity and economic vibrancy. I also want to take the opportunity to thank those departments that have all worked together in support. I know we're going to have a lot more people involved, particularly from the capital planning side of it, because this pagoda will need a lot of work. This plaza needs a lot of work if we're going to maintain it for the generations to come. And so putting into the city's official capital plan through our Rec and Park Department will be something that we all want to work together on. Yeah. Yeah. I want to single out a couple of people on the Office of Economic and Workforce Development. I know Todd Rufo heads up a lot of great talent in his office, and they're dedicated. But I think the people today that really worked hard to get this event and get everything done is Chris Cargas and Deanna Ponce de Leon. They really put together a real good effort here, get the CBD done. You know, the steering committee doesn't work by itself. I think the individuals come from really strong commitments, but they also look to past leaders of this wonderful community. And I know the names that I'm about to announce are names that London and I know very well as we go through here and have seen these people in City Hall, in our meetings, at the Board of Supervisors, advocating, making sure they're working collaboratively with the various departments. I want to recognize the following individuals for their contributions to this wonderful Community Benefits District campaign. Sandy Mori comes to the top of that. Sandy, thank you. Alice Kawahatsu. Alice, thank you very much for your leadership. Glynis Nakahara. Glynis, thank you. Judy Hamaguchi. Thank you, Judy, for your work. Someone who's usually in the basement of the parking garage, Rich Hashimoto, dealing with leaks, everything like that. Rich. And of course, Steve Nakajima, who usually is in his fire department uniform. Steve, thank you very much for your leadership. It takes a lot of leaders like that to work with committed members of the community, to also get the support of all these commissioners from the city and departments from the city to produce a result like this. I'm really glad to see Bob Hamaguchi's goals happen today. And I really know that he knew that it happened before his passing. And I know that we have a sense of loss in our hearts. I know Bob very well, and you'll know that I know him when I say that I didn't have enough of his time on the golf course. You know, we were so busy with our community efforts that we lost time to have enough. And you know how he loved golf. You know how he loved that time. But he also said, I didn't have enough time to play golf too, because we've got to get so much done in our communities. So I wanted to make sure his legacy would never be forgotten. And so if I may ask his daughter, Christy, to come up here, I'd like to take this opportunity with London here to probably present the plaque that we've created to honor Bob Hamaguchi's commitment to this community. Christy, I know you and the entire family, Scott and everybody else, and Judy are working really hard, and Caroline as well, that we want to say thank you for your family's commitment. I know you embraced your dad's work, and I know that he probably had a lot of inspiration knowing his family was right behind him every step of the way. So on behalf of the City and County of San Francisco, the Board of Supervisors, the Mayor's Office, let us present this plaque in honor of your dad and your family's commitment.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Want to come up and say something, Scott? You're the talker of the family. Come on, somebody, come on.
Well, on behalf of my family, thank you, Mayor, thank you, Supervisor. You know, this was my dad's work, and he really felt passionately that Japantown needed to live on for future generations, and there's two little runts making noise over there that would be a testament to what he was working for. And so that we can be here today and sign the Community Benefit District, I think is amazing. And to the mayor's point, he did know before he passed, and it really was something special for him. So thank you for everybody that worked on it, and thank you, Mayor, thank you, Supervisor. So thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So are we ready to sign this Community Benefits District legislation? All right. Well, Supervisor London, you're not going to get off that easily. You get to stand with me, and why don't I invite also the steering committee to stand with us as we put our signature to this wonderful work. Right?
Yeah, please, the Hamaguchi family, please join also.
There it is. Great. Pens went to, of course, Caroline and Greg for all of their support and work. Now that we have this, let's get on to continue making Japantown the greatest cultural center that we have. Thank you, everybody. We also want to drink the sake too.
That's coming up.
Thank you, Mayor Edley. Thank you, Hamaguchi family and the steering committee. I'd like to now invite President Supervisor London Breed to say a few words.
Hello, everyone. I'm the proud supervisor of this district. My name's London Breed. And the mayor took all my thank yous and my talking points and everything. So all I have left is this. I grew up in this neighborhood. I love this community. I actually grew up down the street, and yes, I broke the law when I was crossing illegally right here to get into Japantown. We spend so much time here running around in the stores, giggling, acting crazy at Japantown Bowl, but we felt welcomed here. This was our community. And we, again, as I said many times before, there was this amazing bond between the African American community and the Japanese community that is undeniable. How we've worked together over the years to make sure that we do everything to protect our history, our culture. Yes, redevelopment tried to tear us apart, but here we are standing strong together through JCHES, through the CBD, the kinds of things that are going to protect the culture and the vibrancy of what we love so much about Japantown. And we were able to make it happen because of Bob Hamaguchi, because of his dedication. I remember when he came to my office and he told me the whole stories around JChess and some of the challenges. And I was like, well, Bob, you got to get it done. He was like, well, I'm trying to get it done. It was a real challenge. And I know I attended his service, had the honor of speaking at his service this past Saturday. And I remember someone talking about, I think it was Paul Osaki, mentioning how challenging it is to get everyone to agree on anything, and Bob brought that to the table. He brought it to the table, he made it happen, and now we're going to do everything we can, as the mayor said, to protect this incredible community, especially one of the things that I know Bob would have wanted, and that is making sure that we redo the work that needs to be done to protect this plaza. This plaza needs to be redone properly. You remember when you were DPW director, you're the one who did it the first time. Now you're mayor, we're going to do it the second time, and we're going to do it right. And the other thing that we're going to do is make sure we're in the process of making the Pagoda fountain legacy. We're going to make it a historic monument. And so these things, along with the CBD, which will generate over $400,000 a year for improvements, including the plaza in the capital plan, looking at a vision for the future to protect this incredible community, is what is going to honor Bob's legacy for generations to come. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to the volunteers of the steering committee who spent countless hours putting this plan together. Thank you for everyone for continuing to be incredible with Japantown. And thank you, Sandy Morey, for not letting me say no to anything you asked me to do here. It is truly an honor to serve as your supervisor, and I will do everything I can as long as I'm here to support and help Japantown become the place that it deserves to continue to be. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to move things along because I know that Lyndon Breed has some other appointments, and I want to make sure that she's included in this very special ceremony. So we're going to have the baraki ceremony, which is the big sake barrel with the wooden top, and everybody who gets invited up will crack the wooden top together in the count of 3, and that signifies the beginning of a new project. And the CBD is definitely a new project for us. There's going to be challenges, but we're going to take on those challenges strongly. We know that we have the support of the mayor and Supervisor Breed and all the commissioners, and so we're very happy that all of you have come here today. Following this, we will have short talk from some of their selected steering committees so you can learn more about the CBD and why it's so important for our community. But I'd like to first have the mayor and the supervisor step forward. And this is filled with sake, so we're going to probably have you wear a happy coat so you don't get any on your clothing. So you can put on a jacket there. We're also going to invite Christy Hamaguchi Hyatt up, representing the Hamaguchi family. We're inviting Miss Sandy Morey, who's the nominating chairperson for the CBD. So she's the one that works with the committee to find the right people to sit around the table for this board. She's also past president of the Japantown Task Force and really good friends with the Hamaguchis. And then lastly, we're going to invite Todd Rufo, who's the director of the Mayor's Office of Economic Workforce Development. Todd, are you here? Hi, Todd. And we have our volunteers going around giving little cups of either tea or sake. So if you're not a drinker, get the bigger cups. If you are a drinker, go for the smaller cups. Okay, so we'll ask our guests to gather around the baraki. This is a brand new cover, so it has not been really scored. So you're going to have to hit it pretty hard, okay? So everybody count together in Japanese, ichi-ni-san. That's 1, 2, 3 in Japanese, and then our guests are going to hit that sake barrel, okay? Ichi, ni, san. Okay, there you go. Hopefully you didn't get any on you. That's for good luck. If you did get any on you, it's for good luck. Okay, now they're pouring the sake into these nice wooden cups. Does everybody have something in their hand to do a toast? It's coming around. I know it's before lunchtime, so you get a little sip. Okay, so in honor of our dear, loved executive director and all that he did for our city and our community, and to all the officials here today and all the guests and steering committee, let's do a kampai. Kampai! You may have more if you'd like, Edward. It's a little early, huh? Okay, so we'll please take some pictures, and then you can take your jackets off. You can place your cups there if you'd like. Take your jackets off and have a seat. I just wanted to mention that we were also joined by the Library Commissioner, Teresa Ono. Are you here, Teresa? She's around here. Thank you, Teresa, for coming. Okay, we, as President Reed and Mayor Lee mentioned, there's a lot of work that goes into even putting together a steering committee, much less discussing how the CBD is going to work and getting a board together. And so today we invited 4 speakers, and they're going to speak very briefly, and they represent different commodities of Japantown. So we have small business owner, we have a hotel manager, general manager, we have a property owner, and we also have a smaller store in Japantown at New People. So first I'd like to invite Kim Colby. She's on the CBD steering committee, and she's the owner of Marukyū in New People.
Hello. I'd like to offer a warm welcome to Mayor Lee, President of the Board of Supervisors, London Breed, and all the other distinguished guests. Thank you all for being here this beautiful morning. As Alice said, excuse me, my name is Kim Colby. I'm a member of the CBD Steering Committee and the owner of Marukyū. It's a boutique just across the street that you should check out when this is over. Japantown has long been a great neighborhood, as we know, with a strong sense of community and a very rich cultural identity that both residents and businesses have been maintaining and reinforcing over generations. We've seen many improvements over the years as a result of the hard work of the many neighborhood organizations and the involvement of members of this community. There's been an influx of new businesses, me being one of them, and visitors as a direct result. As a member of this community and as a small business owner, I'm very excited about our Community Benefit District, specifically because it gives us the means financially and a way to organize and use the best of what we all have to offer to directly benefit this community. So it not only gives us a platform from which our voices can be heard, but also access to the resources we need to affect change and see real improvements that we want to see. So I look forward to all the great things we'll be able to do together with this new Community Benefit District. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. We now have Linda Mihara of Paper Tree. As many of you know, she's our origami artist in residence. So if you ever want to know anything to make with origami, she has the store Paper Tree in Buchanan Mall. And we've asked Linda and Vicky to come up. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. I'm Linda Mihara, my sister Vicky Mihara Avery. We are third generation Japanese Americans, born and raised here in Japantown. We have our family business down the street, Paper Tree, now in our 49th year. We're very excited about the formation of the business district, a benefit district, excuse me, because it is going to benefit our community. We remember when the center was built. Our business first started in the Japan Center in '68. We were upstairs on the second floor. We used to play in the Plaza before the Pagoda was installed. We really have seen Japantown grow and change, and we're very excited about the support. Mayor Lee, of course, the hard work for Bob Hamaguchi, of course, London Breed, Hometown Girl, really have benefited everything that you do for Japantown, and we really appreciate that.
I'll just be brief. We wanted to just express our appreciation to everybody because we are, having been multi-generation here in Japantown, our great-grandfather immigrated over in the early 1900s. Our parents have survived through all the different hardships of having a store here in Japantown. We started in the Japan Center, then we moved to a building because of the redevelopment agency allowed us to have a different property. So the focus of having energy and effort and money put back into Japantown to keep it vibrant, to keep us, allowing us to have our festivals, keep drawing the community and the friends back and the families back into Japantown is very important. So we wanted to thank everybody who has participated and made this happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Linda and Vicky. We'll now hear from Mary Ishizaki. Mary Ishizaki is a property owner, but she is also a dedicated volunteer for Kimochi. And she just got back from vacation, so thank you for coming here today.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the Mayor Lee and London Breed, our president of the Board of Supervisors. Thank you so much for all you do, not only for the Western Addition, which includes my home neighborhood as well as my business neighborhood, ACES. So we really thank you both for the support you've given Japantown. And I, as a property owner, the CBD means that it's going to cost me extra tax money, but it is tax money well spent. It means that we will have cleaner streets, we will not have graffiti, but it also means that all the business people here in Japantown will be receiving the benefits of these things, which will mean greater business for our hotels, for our small businesses, for the nonprofits that do keep the history and the heritage of Japantown alive. Thank you, Bob Hamaguchi, for all you did. He twisted my arm maybe at least 1 million times to come and help, but I love it. So thank you all, and I just know we're going to be looking at a wonderful, wonderful new and vibrant Japantown. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary. Our last presenter is not a stranger to Japantown. He actually is on the Japantown Foundation, and he does wonders for our community. He brings his energy, his good ideas, and so I want to invite Craig Waterman, Hotel Kabuki General Manager.
Hard to follow Mary here with the low microphone. But Mayor Lee and Supervisor Bree, thank you as always for taking such a great role in the community. We appreciate that support. The Hamaguchi family, I can't say enough about your support and allowing Bob to be so supportive all these years. I've only had a few years to know Bob, but like Mary, he twisted my arm a few times too. So I'm glad he did, and he will be missed, but he did an amazing job. And we, as a community, need to support that dream of maintaining the community, maintaining Japantown and the culture. And we owe that to Bob to do that. So let's all keep that in mind. Our ownership group has invested quite a bit in the hotel and renovating the hotel, and we believe in investing in the community as well. So we will continue to do that and support the community, and anything that we can do to do that is important. We believe Japantown is a vibrant, important aspect of San Francisco, and that we must maintain that culture and tradition. And this will allow us to do that even more than we've been doing. We've made some great progress, I know, since the last few years that I've seen, but this will allow us to do much more. So really excited about it. Look forward to continuing to work with all in the community and make that happen. So if there's anything I can continue to do, let me know. All right, thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Craig. So this concludes this part of the commencement ceremony for the Japantown Community Benefits District. I want to thank the mayor and the supervisor, all the commissioners who came out, all the steering committee, all the board members, all the merchants, all the property owners that came out to support us. There's going to be more information on the CBD coming through, but if you are interested in supporting this organization, please get a hold of us and we'll be very happy to provide you with that information. So thank you again. Please feel free to mingle, have some more tea, some more sake, and enjoy the day. Okay? Thank you so much.